When most people hear the words tax-free retirement, their minds immediately jump to one thing, the Roth IRA. And it makes sense. The idea of paying your taxes upfront and watching your money grow tax-free sounds great. But here's what most retirees don't realize. There is another way to create tax-free income for life. One that doesn't involve Roth conversions, contribution limits, or writing a six-figure check to the IRS today. In fact, it's a strategy that's been sitting inside of the tax code for decades, completely legal, fully IRS approved, and used by the wealthy to generate tax-free income, reduce future RMDs, and even pass on wealth to their families without the tax bite. And the best part, you don't have to be rich to use it. You just have to know it exists. And of course, set it up the right way. Hi, I'm Mark Wisniewski, President of Southern Incomes. In this video, I'm going to show you the tax-free income strategy that's hiding in plain sight. One that doesn't require a Roth, doesn't raise your Medicare premiums, and doesn't even show up on your tax return. If you find this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to see how the strategy could work for your retirement plan, book a time with me using a link in the description below. Part 1, why tax-free isn't just about Roth IRAs. When you think of tax-free retirement income, the Roth IRA usually takes center stage. Your contributions are after-tax dollars, your money grows tax-free, and your withdrawals are tax-free later on. That's great, in theory. But Roths come with limitations, income limits that block high earners from contributing directly, contribution caps that restrict how much you can actually get into one, and big upfront tax bills if you try to convert large IRA balances all at once. So, what do most retirees do? Well, they either skip Roths altogether, or they wind up doing some kind of small conversions that barely move the needle at all. But here's the thing. Tax-free simply means income that the IRS doesn't count against you. It doesn't have to come from a Roth account. There are other ways to create tax-free income streams that don't appear on your return, don't trigger IRMAA surcharges, and don't raise your tax bracket. And one of the most effective and least understood is sitting right in the tax code. Part 2, the strategy the wealthy use that most retirees don't. The strategy is called cash value life insurance. Specifically and properly structured, it's overfunded permanent life insurance policies. Now, before you roll your eyes, this is not a traditional whole life policy that, say, your parents bought. This is a designed for income strategy, a modern approach where the focus is not on the death benefit, but on building a tax-advantaged cash value inside the policy. Here's how it works. You fund the policy with after-tax dollars, just like you would with a Roth. The money inside grows tax-deferred based on either a fixed interest rate or a market-linked index, but with protection against market losses. Later in retirement, you can access the cash value through tax-free withdrawals and policy loans under IRS Code Sections 72E and 7702. When you pass, any remaining balance, including the death benefit, is paid out to your heirs tax-free. That's tax-deferred growth, tax-free access, and a tax-free legacy all in one structure. And unlike a Roth, there's no income cap, no early withdrawal penalty, and no required distributions. Part 3, why the wealthy love this approach. High net worth retirees and business owners have used these strategies for decades and decades. Not as a replacement for their investments, mind you, but as a complement to them. Here's why. 1, it creates true tax-free income. When structured properly, withdrawals and policy loans are not considered taxable events. That means they don't raise your AGI, they don't make your Social Security taxable, and they don't push you into higher Medicare premium brackets. 2, it protects against market risk. Most policies use index crediting, meaning your cash value can participate in market growth, but it has a floor of 0. If the market crashes, you don't lose value. 3, it provides liquidity and control. You can access funds anytime. There's no age 59 and a half rule and no government restrictions. That makes it perfect for early retirees who want flexible income before RMDs or Social Security. 4, it passes money to your heirs tax-free. The death benefit passes outside of probate and income tax. That's a powerful estate planning tool, especially for families looking to protect generational wealth. 5, it diversifies your tax buckets. Most retirees have money in taxable or tax-deferred accounts. Adding a tax-free bucket gives you control, the ability to pull income from the right place at the right time to keep your taxes predictable. Part 4, a real example. The hidden Roth strategy. Let's look at how this might play out in practice. Mark and Linda, both age 58, they're planning to retire at 65. They've saved about $1.7 million and mostly in 401ks and IRAs. So their challenge, almost all their future income will be fully taxable. That means higher brackets, higher Medicare premiums, and possibly taxes up to 85% on their Social Security checks. Instead of doing a large Roth conversion, they decide to redirect $25,000 per year for 7 years into an overfunded life insurance policy. By 65, the policy's cash value has grown to about $275,000. So, from age 66 all the way out to age 85, they withdraw about $25,000 per year tax-free through structured policy loans. That's over $450,000 of tax-free income during their retirements. Oh, by the way, their 401ks still continue to grow, their RMDs are much smaller, and their total lifetime tax bill drops by roughly 20%. 20%! And when they pass away, their remaining death benefit, now over $500,000, goes straight to their kids tax-free. That's the power of adding tax-free income sources outside of the traditional retirement system. Part 5, why most retirees miss this opportunity. So, why don't more people know about this? Because most investors only hear about life insurance in the context of, well, protection, not through tax strategies. They think of high premiums or those complex illustrations that we've all seen. But when designed properly, this is not about buying as much insurance as possible. It is about buying as little insurance as the IRS allows, while putting as much cash as possible to maximize that tax-free growth potential. This design, called maximum overfunding, minimizes cost and maximizes efficiency. If you structure it wrong, it's just going to be another policy. But if you structure it right, it's one of the few tools that can truly create tax-free retirement income outside of a Roth IRA. Part 6, the big picture, coordination, not conversion. Everyone loves a silver bullet, but the best retirement plans aren't built around one product or even one account. They're built around coordination. The wealthiest retirees don't rely solely on an IRA or Roth IRAs. They spread their income across multiple buckets, taxable, tax-deferred, and tax-free, so they can choose where to draw income from each year based on what keeps their taxes lowest. That's real tax control. And the life insurance strategy fits beautifully into that third bucket. the tax-free one, giving retirees an option to generate income without raising their reported taxable income. It's not a loophole, it's simply using the tax code strategically, the same way the wealthy have done for years and years. If you've already saved well, and you're looking for ways to create tax-free income without doing a big Roth conversion, this might be a strategy worth exploring. I help retirees evaluate whether this kind of plan makes sense for their goals and how it can coordinate their tax efficiency for their retirement plan. If you'd like to see how this might work in your retirement plan, book a call with me using a link in the description below. Let's make sure your money works efficiently, not just while you're growing it, but also when you're spending it.